Hello guys, this is a part 2 video on our blue-white Flyers M20 draft. We drafted a pretty strong blue-white Flyers deck. Um, it's looking to be incredibly aggressive in the early game just to close out before the opponent play their big toughness creatures that stall us out. In terms of removal, we don't have much. Pacifism and Aerial Assault are pretty much it. Um, I think this is definitely 17 lands from the way I see it. We're just looking to attack through to finish off the opponent. Yeah, again, removal isn't that high, so we're just looking to curve out and kill them before they kill us. Um, Took out a Daybreak Chaplain for Moat Piranhas, which I think is just a better blocker. I don't think Life Gain is too relevant. Um, I'm thinking whether or not we end up playing a Heart Piercer Bow. I mean, it's the same argument of whether or not I should play Angelic Gift, which only goes well with our Loxodon Life Enchanter and maybe Squad Captain. But it seems like we can just win through the air, that we don't need to give anything else flying. So now the question is, do I side in a bow, and what do I cut for the bow? Maybe a Daybreak Chaplain, but it kind of makes it harder. Usually we just want to play a bunch of 2-drops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 2-drops. I think Mobo's too mediocre that I'm just going to stick with what the current configuration we have right now. Our opposing deck, what problems does it face? We don't have enough removal, so if the opponent put up some huge blockers, flyers that are blocking our creatures, we won't be able to get through a ton. It's kind of bad against bow decks with multiple bows, simply because 2 toughness and 1 toughness seems to be where most of the creatures are at. That being said, the late game kind of stabilizes us almost, but hopefully all we need to hope for is that we don't face against an opposing deck that's playing a million bows. Otherwise, it's good game. GG, forget it. But for now, yeah, I like this deck. Keep it 9 white sources and 9 blue sources. I think we were in the right colors this whole draft. We passed up a Sleep Paralysis for Loxodon Life Enchanter. That felt kind of bad, but Loxodon was just too powerful to pass up as a pack 2. Pick 1. So yep, let's get this masterpiece going. Tomorrow will be Throne of Eldraine, the release on MTG Arena. Unfortunately, I probably won't be able to make any videos on it until maybe after midnight, when I am done with Friday Night Magic. But for the most part, yeah, it seems really fun. I can't wait to play more of it. I know black-blue mill is a thing, and it can be pretty powerful. Red-blue card draw can be a bit of a weakness to it. I know the bots have been passing up a lot of Merfolk Secret Keepers as well, so mill seems to be strong, and yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this. We have a million 2-drops to get going. Definitely gonna play out land. So what do I start out with? Probably the Metropolis Sprite. Let's see. So if I play land, what happens? I believe it's a Fencing Ace and Metropolis Sprite over the Daybreak Chaplain. I don't think the 1 life link matters. I think we want to get in with as many damage as possible. This can enable a turn 2 Winged Words, which I don't think we need to do. We can easily just pump this and play Fencing Ace. So I think I like the Metropolis Sprite, just giving us evasion. It could be a little bit odd. This card can be a little bit awkward if the opponent has a 2 toughness creature kind of blocking this Fencing Ace. Apostle is a sideboard card. Opponent main decks it, which I find quite interesting, but let's see, let's do this. So any reason to play Chaplain over Fencing Ace? I guess it's a better blocker for the 2-1. The Fencing Ace does get in more damage, and it does block the 2-1 pretty nicely. I mean, he could shock this away, but I think he'd rather shock the Flyer over the Fencing Ace, so yeah. I think I'm just going to drop the Fencing Ace now. It's better to do a little bit more damage, especially since I seem to be the aggressor. Yeah, Apostle is a fine card against black, but yeah, definitely not in our colors. So this is just a 2-1 that exiles cards. Not a big deal. We don't care about Graveyard Recursion. Everything can attack past this. 2-mana 2-1 is nothing too threatening. Fencing Ace can easily kill this with Double Strike. Opponent is in Naya colors, which is interesting. I haven't seen that so far. I would like to draft this one day. Maybe go red, green, splash whites, or red, white, splashing green for the Iron Root Warlord. And we could have been in Bant with the Iron Root Warlord splash, but I took a Warden over it. If he attacks, what happens? Do we block? Probably not. Okay, I think I'm fine attacking here and seeing what happens. I could pump and then play the Daybreak Chaplain. I could pump and just play the Winged Words to make sure that we don't miss our land drops. Okay, he's probably going to do something here. Let's just let the damage happen. Probably plans a pump spell. That's fine. I think I'm going to let that resolve. Don't really care. Yeah, I'm just going to pump the Sprite here. Attack in for 2. I'm going to lose the 1/1. That's fine. Now, do I play the Chaplain over the Winged Words? Probably Winged Words so I don't miss my land drops. Like, I'm fine taking 2 for now. I'm still ahead in the race. Daybreak Chaplain is just a fine blocker. But I want to get my lands out ASAP. So, yep. Possible that we should have just Winged Words first. So we could have ended up casting our Loyal Pegasus. Now, let's see what color he's going to name. Aerial Assault's pretty bad against this card, so we probably need a Pacifism. He's naming red. Okay, fine. Don't care if I take 2 here. Alright, so now what? Next turn. Evolving Wilds is nice to help fetch up the 5th land. Do I just play the Inspiring Captain? Maybe the Inspired Captain could be better later. Like, I'm going to attack in for 2 by just pumping anyways. So yeah, I think this turn I just want to drop the Daybreak Chaplain as a blocker against the 2/1. I could drop the Loyal Pegasus to be a little bit more aggressive. But I think the Chaplain makes more sense here. Attack in for 2. Pump. Next turn I'm going to fetch up a white land perhaps. And I think I'm going to win with Fliers rather than on the ground. But I probably need to deal with this Diamond Knight eventually because he's just going to cast a bunch of red spells and grow this. But it's still a fine blocker. We still have a fine 1/3 blocker against the 2/1. Okay, Bow's annoying. Guess this Loyal Pegasus is pretty useless now. But he probably has a red trick up if he's attaching this to the Diamond Knight. Because if I block and let's say he pumps, he can easily bow and kill this 1/3 off. Okay, Maniacal Rage is not something not a card that wasn't expecting. Okay, so what do we do now? Don't think I'm chumping. Might save this for later. Think I'm fine taking 4 for now, to be honest. Yep, let damage happen. Taking a bit of damage, but I think I'm still stabilized. If we get our 6th land, what happens? We can play the Loxodon to gain a crap load of life and stabilize from there. But for now, let's just play land. Well, Steadfast Sentry trades pretty well with it, so I'm happy with that. Otherwise, maybe we can just be more mana efficient, play out the Boreal Elemental, maybe take 4 from the Apostle. I mean, he could grow this next turn as well, so I'd rather just play the 3-drop, to be honest. And I think I'm attacking in the air, don't think I'm attacking the 1/3. Do I play the Loyal Pegasus? If I do, what happens? He attacks, it dies, the 3/2, I can bounce, I can use the 1/3 to bounce off the 2/2, the 3/2, yeah, let's just keep the mana up. You could have a removal spell for the Steadfast Sentry, which could suck, and I might have to chump block. So after this trades off, where did I put the counter? Maybe on the Chaplain. But I think I have a 6 toughness creature following up, assuming that I top deck the land, that I'd rather just be maybe putting the counter onto the Flyer. I'm definitely trading off the Steadfast Sentry here. I don't know if he has any other combat tricks. He could have a pump spell, but that's fine. I still get the block off. I don't think I'm attacking the Steadfast Sentry next turn anyways. Because, I mean, I could offer to trade on the Diamond Knights, but I think I'd rather trade off this Maniacal Rage creature, to be honest. I don't care if he uses a pump spell, sure. And now what? I guess I can put the counter on the Flyer to make our clock go faster and protects it from the bow in case he has a second part piercer. And I can pump this twice. So I can definitely see this being a reasonable placement for the counter. Alright, now what? Do I play Inspired Captain? Probably not. I think I'm just going to play the Boreal, say go. Puts up a nice flyer for us. Attack for 2. Think I'm attacking, don't think I'm keeping this behind. I'm going to be ahead in the race anyways, so. Next turn, Inspiring Captain plus Pump. Is that lethal? This is going to be 4, this is going to be 7, 8, so I'm going to be 2 off. Opponent is looking stuck. So now what? Do I want to play the Enchanter? Maybe. Maybe just the Inspiring Captain and Sprite and say go. Yeah, I think that's a play here. I don't really think I need to pump the Metropolis Sprite currently. I think after we play this Sprite, it's going to be lethal next turn anyways, and we have a chump blocker on the ground. Is there any way we lose this? Planar Cleansing probably, but I don't think I play around it. Yeah, just play this. Maybe it's right to play around Planar Cleansing, perhaps. But opponent should concede if he doesn't have it. Season. Opponent has a really strange deck, to be honest. Apostle, 8 card, Maniacal Rage is a not a good pick unless you're being incredibly aggressive, which I think he was trying to cheese us out with, but we got there with the Flyers. Diamond Knight could have been scared if he grew this with 2 more counters. Simply because the only card that really deals with it in my deck is a Pacifism. Otherwise, I would have to offer like a 2 double block to trade it off. But happy we got there. So in that game, Bow would have been pretty nice. But then again, he had Maniacal Rage to attach it onto his creature, and the Diamond Knight was going to grow anyways. So looking at that last game, is there anything we want to fix with the deck? Not really. I think this deck is good enough as it is. Disenchant could have been something nice. Should I cut something for it? Maybe a Moat Piranhas? Like, I can see myself playing this, perhaps. Yeah, let's just keep it like it is. Let's see how many more opponents plays enchantments and artifacts. If I keep seeing more, I'm going to sign into Disenchant, perhaps. Even though it's a more sizable, boardable card, I can see myself cutting a 2-drop to allow it, because I already have like 18 creatures in this deck, and I could be just fine cutting a 2-drop. Maybe the Chaplain. And I might just sideboard it in next game. Like, it can be weird being stuck in your hand, but it can be a good card, to be honest. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that. Let's cancel this. Because, like, I can see it being really good against Sleep Paralysis, Pacifism, let's just say that Motorvine Reclamation, Bows, and whatnot. So, yeah, next game I'm probably going to side out 2-drop for the... I like Ancestral Blade on 2, Cloud Concealer on 3 is excellent. Yep, I'm keeping this hand. Deck has solid amount of 2-drops. Definitely a keep. Right, Evolving Wilds can help us search for our double white. So we're playing against Golgari. This is a type of matchup where we kind of want the Disenchant. He could just have the Reclamation, and we want to get rid of it. Or you could have cards like Feral Invocation. That can be quite annoying. Do I play... I think I like the Ancestral Blade, perhaps. Let's think here. Next turn, I'm just going to play the Cloud Concealer for the most part. I think Daybreak Chaplain can get in a little bit of lifelink. I'm just going to play it out here. He's going to block the 2/2 anyways, but at least I can attack him for lifelink if he plays nothing and gain at least 1 point of life, which can be kind of significant. Audacious Thief is annoying, but luckily I can block that. So now what? Let's say we play land. Do I play Cloud Concealer, draw a card, and trade off for it? I could play Ancestral Blade and then put a put the weapon onto the 1/3 to kind of block up the 2/2 for a while. Doesn't seem like a bad play. Or maybe I just play on curve. Sentry would kind of be result in a trade. Is there any way for him to deal with this? He could murder next turn. Yeah, let's play the Cloud Concealer. I'm fine trading this off. Sure, it's an evasive threat, but I think I have enough flyers that I can win. Okay, he's probably going to disfigure Rabbit Bites. Okay, so he had that going. So it was probably better to just play the Ancestral Blade, but it was a bit of a risk anyways. He could have murder anyways last turn, but yeah. Now what? I think I'm keeping everything behind. Play land. I think we sprites Blade say go. Do I attack with the 1/3? Probably not. Because it can offer a double block against the Audacious Thief in case he has removal. Well, he gets a card. He gets to trade off a card and draw a card, so Audacious Thief was a nice 2-for-1 for him, and he got a free attack off of it. Opponent does seem to have a pretty strong black green grindy deck. The 2/2 is not too scary. Well, that's pretty annoying. I guess Boreal Elemental with Ancestral Blade can take care of that. Yeah, you can attack across it. Luckily, the Ancestral Blade gives it a buff, and then we can start swinging in for 4 per turn. If the 2/2 attacks, what happens? I guess I offer a double block. He could Blade Brand and kill both, but I don't want him to keep gaining life. I could let slide, perhaps, and next turn I can keep mana up to maybe trade off Sprite for it, or attach a Blade onto it. Because if he's attacking the 2/2, it's definitely something fishy. Don't think he has enough mana to murder it. Oh, wow. Oh, he had the Leafkin Druid. Okay. So now he attacks. Now what happens? I think I'm going to let the 2/2 slide. I think I can set up a nice Ancestral Blade to trade with it over... Well, I mean, I guess I can just block this. He could have a pump spell, but at least I prevent 2 and I gain 1. Ooh, Loaming Shaman to get back to Murder and Audacious Thief. Opponent has a pretty strong deck. Really nice against ours. I guess we play the Steadfast Sentry. Move the Blade to the Daybreak Chaplain, say go. So this game is going to be quite a stall out, I guess. Given that we haven't been attacking through. But right now I think we can handle everything that he currently has on board. Brightwood Tracker is pretty scary. He can keep activating this end of turn and finding answers. So now what? Next turn, let's say I put the Blade on the Metropolis Sprite. And then I play the Inspiring Captain and I try to attack through. What happens then? I can try to offer to trade with a Netcaster Spider, which could be worth it for future Flyers. Yeah, I think I'm down. Because I eventually need to get in for a lot of damage, and I'm fine trading this off, to be honest. I need to get rid of this eventually. So, yep. Easy Sprite Pump. I couldn't debate him with Inspiring Captain because he probably wouldn't have blocked. I would have dealt a good number of damage, but it's probably not enough to win the game. So yeah, just gonna equip, say go. Opponent probably has a lot of recursion. That's why he's putting everything in the graveyard now. He can just activate the Boneclad Necromancer end of turn. Don't really care about whatever he exiles here. I can't get anything back from the graveyard anyways. All the opponent's reach creatures are gone, so I can probably fly over, hopefully, if I draw them. Give the Paradise to ramp. Okay. I think I want to save the Raise the Alarm in my hand and just to act as an instant speed trick. I don't really think I can... I definitely don't have enough to attack through right now. Let's think. Could play the Inspiring Captain and attack, but there's probably not... It's probably just going to trade a 3-3 into the 4-3. Yeah, I don't really have any good attacks. Let's just play Moat Piranha, say go. Like, I would play Inspiring Captain if I can punch in for a lot, but he pretty much has the whole entire ground gummed up. If he attacks here, that's kind of strange. Don't think there's any instant speed aggro cards. Okay, now what am I thinking? He could just have Growth Cycle. So now what are the trades? I'm fine maybe trading off the 3-3 for the 3-3. I think the counter on with I mean, I can trade the 3-2 and put a counter on Daybreak Chaplain, but it really doesn't accomplish much. I think I'm fine trading off the 3-3 for the 3-3, to be honest. He could be using this to get it back, and so he can keep exiling my cards, but I'm fine with this. Moat Piranha is pretty useless. It doesn't really attack or anything, so I could trade these. Steadfast Sentry makes more sense if I have a flyer, but I'm just going to play land, say go. We're kind of flooding out here. He's just going to activate this end of turn, find a million creatures, and win. Well, 3-2 can trade into the 4-3 at least. I need to deal with this Brightwood Tracker and Thicket Crasher eventually, so I don't think Pacifism does it. Keeping land to play around Fenlurker. Alright, another land. Not what I wanted to see. Play land, say go. I drew my 8 land compares the opponent's 4. And the opponent's already playing everything out due to Leafkin Druid. So he's attacking here. I think I'm fine blocking with the Steadfast Sentry. If he's attacking with this, this is kind of fishy. He probably has a Pump Spell or something of that sort. But, yep, I'm fine flashing in the Raise the Alarm here. Now for blocks, what do we do? Steadfast Sentry goes here. 2-4 goes here. And then the 1-1s to block the 3-2. Yep, seems pretty fine. Hopefully he doesn't have he could have a Pump Spell with a 2-2, but alright, Murder is annoying, sure. He's probably trying to get a good double block trade, but now I don't have a counter to put onto anything. At least I deal with all these, the 3-2 and the 3-2 here. I need some playables. Come on, RNGesus, give me some playables. Even making favorable trades probably isn't enough. Okay, there's a Loyal Pegasus. I guess now I can just play out the Inspiring Captain to prevent some damage from accumulating. Still keeping land to play around the Fenlurker in the future. Going to put the Blade onto the 3-3 to make this into a 4-4 at least, so it can block everything else more efficiently. Opponent top deck is second Murder. Yeah, I don't think I'm really winning this game now. Night Pack Ambusher now is pretty busted. Opponent has a really good black-green deck. Really grindy, has a million removal spells probably. Yeah, I think it's game over. Good game. I'm not going to play this one out. There's no way I'm winning this. Even if I don't think there was any way I could win that game, to be honest. I probably had to, curve 1-drop into 2-drop and defeat the opponent. Was there any reason for me to side in disenchant in that game? Probably not. The opponent didn't even have a single disenchant removal. Daybreak Chaplain served as a fine blocker, but that was pretty much it. Let's try another matchup. Is there any reason to cut for the disenchant? Anything? I do like my 3s. Yeah, I think we can just win by attacking through. Unfortunate opponent was just had a really powerful deck that we couldn't beat, no matter how well we drafted this game. So. Alright, well, I like this hand. Evolving Wilds can help fix our mana, find our white. We are on the draw, so it's most likely we're going to end up drawing our 3rd land. I'd be damned if we don't. So, yep. Opponent gets a nice scry land going. Keeps the card on top. Okay, we have a 2-drop. If we don't get our 3rd land, we can easily just play 2-2-drops and hopefully get there. Opponent plays the Leafkin Druid. Let's sacrifice now. Oh, seems like we're kind of playing against almost the same opponent as the last game, except he's playing blue. Yeah, well, let's get our planes. Hopefully we don't misclick. Get the planes going. Now, what do I play? Probably just the, well, the Sprite puts in some evasive damage, so, yep, easy Sprite. Next turn, maybe we can follow up with Ancestral Blade. Kind of missed the land drop, so that feels kind of bad. But we are playing 17 lands, by the way, so we're going to eventually top deck at a 3rd land this game, hopefully. Hopefully we're not playing against another Night Pack Ambusher opponent, and we're playing against an opponent that has Voracious Hydra. Okay, so this card is pretty busted. How am I going to deal with this? I probably need to set up multiple blocks. He could just kill this, which is fine. I'd rather have that happen than something else here. So now, what's good? Could play the Cloud Concealer and play on curve. Could just pull out the Moprons as a fine blocker against a 2-3. I don't know if I want to play Empyrean Eagle out here. I could just take 2 per turn and just drop down to Cloud Concealer. I could try to play the Empyrean Eagle, maybe kind of offer a block with the Voracious Hydra to try to prevent an attack from going. So let's think here. Yeah, let's just play on curve. Hopefully this doesn't get answered. It can't really get answered by Rabbit Bite. Even with a tap down effect, I think this can't really answer it. If he attacks with a Hydra, I'm probably not going to block, just because I need to keep this onto the battlefield. Rabbit Bite doesn't deal with this. Well, Hardcover is pretty annoying. But, okay, I don't think that's a good card to be playing. Sure, it keeps it at 5 toughness, but that doesn't really accomplish much. Now I can keep the 2-3 as a blocker. Well, that's annoying now. He can deal with my 3 toughness creatures with the bow. So now what? If I play a 3-drop, what happens? Well, Cloud Concealer is going to survive with the Heart Piercer bow. Hopefully he doesn't top deck a second one. Moprons can probably hold back the line, but he's going to equip the bow and attack and then trade off a 2-2 for it, most likely. Yeah, let's develop the air creatures. Let's make sure we hit our land drops as well. I think I like the Cloud Concealer here, and thank God we top decked the land. Now I think we just attack with the... Empyrean Eagle, I don't think we stay behind. I think we can potentially outrace the opponent. With the bow here, I think I'm just going to let the damage happen. Okay, he's looting away another card. I think this is a card that you want to be attacking with, not looting away. But he is kind of getting a nice advantage by looting away, in the sense he already spent a card already and a couple of turns. I don't care about the Thicket Crasher. I can pretty much get there. He can attack with a 2-2. I'm fine with that. Oh, he's probably going to equip the bow. Oh man, come on. Are you serious? I don't like this game sometimes. I think I'm going to trade off for the 2-2 if he attacks. Alright, so now what? I guess I'm going to attach the blade onto the Cloud Conceer. I mean, I could let the Cloud Conceer slide. Like, I could just attach the blade into a Cloud Conceer, attack for 3. But I'm probably not going to win the race anyways through the air. Yeah, this game's stupid sometimes. Let's just attack for 2. That's a weird card to be attacking with. I don't really care. I guess he's fine sacrificing this. But I can still win the game through the air. I do have a Metropolis Sprite. I do have more Flyers with 1 toughness. Warden would be fine next turn just to play both our Flyers out. Let's just block, get rid of this. Definitely blocking the 2-2 over the 3-3. Simply because the 3-3 can trade for the Thicket Crasher. He didn't attach bow. I guess he was trying to loot away lands. So now what? Play land. I think we're going to play the Sprite. I think I'm going to attach the blade onto it just in case he top decks another bow. And then play out the Chaplain as a fine blocker. Yeah, I think I prefer this. Opponent playing Sage's Road Denizen. Kind of questionable. Oh, a second bow? Okay, thank God he discarded that. If I didn't place the blade on Metropolis Sprite, he might have thought about not discarding it. Now we have an annoying Silverback Shaman that we have to deal with, but I think we can still block it fine with the 3-2 and the... So he attacks here. I could just block with the 3-3. Could just be okay. Or I can take 4. Yeah, I think I'm fine taking 4. I'd rather have a double block against the 5-4 and then trade off the 3-2 with this 4-3 at the end of the day. So I think I like this. Alright, Steadfast Sentry is excellent. So let's say I attack with a Sprite, pump it, and then move the bow. Should I move the bow in the first place? I mean move the weapon in the first place. I'm definitely pumping here to at least punch in for 3. Let's say I keep this at 2 toughness. What happens? He could top deck another bow. The opponent is playing a strange deck, so he could just have a 3rd bow in his deck that's able to mow this down. That's why I should keep things at 2. If I move the blade to the 4-4, it could be nice. Yeah, let's risk it. I think I'm going to move the bow to the weapon to the Mo Piranhas. He could have a second bow, of course, and in that case, he will be able to mow down my Metropolis Sprite. But I'm willing to try to get some favorable trades going. Healer, okay. That's fine, don't really care about that. Okay, I think I like this attack that the opponent's doing. Simply because he could also have a combat trick, which hopefully he doesn't have. But I'm still going for the blocks. I can't really take 9 damage. If he has a pump trick, what happens? I probably have to distribute the counter onto the Daybreak Chaplain, perhaps. No pump tricks. Okay, no pump tricks. Really nice here. I got some good trades. Metropolis Sprite is definitely getting a buff. Ooh, Empyrean Eagle. That's what I like to see. Over perhaps. Yeah, I think I like the Eagle here. And then attacking for 2. I just need to get another flyer out there. I would love to maybe equip the bow, the Ancestral Blade pump, and hit him for a lot. But yep, definitely happy with the flyer. The bow, the second bow is annoying. So yep, luckily we managed to trade off that sentry. Now we can easily survive the double bow that the opponent is utilizing. Opponent could have something else. I think I like the Inspired Captain here this turn. Yeah, let's do it. Who do I attach it to? Maybe the Boreal Elemental. Next turn should be lethal. It's possible that I attack with the Daybreak Chaplain for a little bit of life gain too, but I think I should be fine here. Yeah, opponent with not the best deck, to be honest. He could probably find the third bow and try to take out the Metropolis Sprite, but I get a free trade with the 3/3. I could also just double block to get life gain, 1 point of life gain as well. You shouldn't be attaching hard cover to Voracious Hydra. This card should be tackling and trampling over and taking out the opponent. Opponent could have a plummet, perhaps. Netcaster Spider is a bit annoying. Okay. So now what? Alright, so what happens now, I could put the blade onto the Metropolis Sprite and attack. If he does, it still dies to Netcaster Spider. He has to double block the Inspiring Captain if I attack with everything. I think it's lethal. Given that, yeah, I'm going to attack with everything here. Oh, he needs to chump the 3/3. Yep, pump this once. Opponent has 2 bows, so I mean, I could Fencing Ace and Loyal Pegasus. I think that should be fine. That makes him want to attack for the most part. Let's do this. I think I'm going to equip the bow onto the flyer. I mean the blade onto the flyer. Is it wrong equipping into the 1/1? Not really. This kind of forces him to do an attack to at least take out the 3/2 next turn. And keeps my Fencing Ace around. Alright. So that was a pretty long matchup. Don't know what the opponent was drafting. It was pretty jank, to be honest. Didn't really seem to have any synergy, if anything. He had 3 bows, so that would have been pretty scary. So we beat our worst matchup. Let's move on to the next game. Now, it's possible that Disenchant would have been pretty decent in that matchup to take out the bow. Now that I think about it. I mean, I don't think I'd care about the hard cover too much. I don't think that was the right play by the opponent. I was kind of tilted when he rabbit bited away the Imperial Eagle on turn 3. Alright, turn 2 Sprite into Winged Words. Yep, let's keep. This is what I like about a hand with a lot of 2-drops. You can play almost everything on curve and curve out towards your goal. Opponent red, maybe the Scorch Spitter turn 1. Nope, no infamous Scorch Spitter turn 1. Thank God. He could just cut Shock Up, given that he had priority. Now he could play the Haster. Okay, Bird Grabber is something. Do I care about that? Maybe? Well, let's play out the Sprites. I could just end up blocking it. This does give me a discount, however. What happens if I block it? Then next turn I'm going to end up playing the Steadfast Sentry, and I can't put any counters on it. So yeah, I think I'm fine letting the damage happen here. I want to play the Sentry before the Sprite, so I can potentially put a counter on the Sprite. Mass is not something I care about too much. I'm definitely not pumping with the Sprite due to the fact that he can sacrifice this and take me out. So I think I like the land here, maybe Sentry. Do I attack? Probably. Don't think I'm trading this off for 2-1. It could be a nice block for the 1-1, but the 3-2 is already blocking it. So, yep, this is attack. And I could just trade off this 3-2 for this 2-1, to be honest, but I think this being 3 power is a lot more scarier for the opponent to deal with. Yeah, I think I'm fine taking 2. I think the 3-2 attacks a lot harder. Alright, opponent's stuck on 2 lands. I think I'm Winged Wordsing here. I don't think I'm going to play the Inspired Captain simply because he has a chump blocker. So yeah, let's Winged Words here. Opponent also missed the land drop. Okay, let's attack. Definitely not pumping because he has the mask on. Opponent takes it. Now I think the Chaplain's okay over the Mo Piranha. Yep. It could be wrong because he could attach Maniacal Rage onto this 2-1, but I'm going to trade off the 3-2 anyways. It would be nice to get a nice lifelink unit out. So he's just going to attack him for 2. Don't care. I think I'm going to attack with everything. Then follow up with something else. Definitely not pumping a Sprite. I think I'm going to attack for some lifelink. I don't think I'm going to get blown out by the opponent. He doesn't have enough for lethal. So I think I'm going to set up the Warden and the Moat Piranhas, and then next turn perhaps just put on cast the Inspiring Captain and try to smack him for a whole lot. Yep. Definitely not pumping here. Opponent takes it. I'm ahead in the race. Yep, easy Warden to follow up with. And Moat Piranhas. Do I play out the white land here? Probably. Wait, actually I can't because I'm already... Yep, next turn I can double spell. I can pacifism any big creature he has. And then Inspiring Captain and go for the blowout. Act of Treason. Okay. Sure. I don't think he can blow me out here. I do have a nice 3/3 as a blocker against his creatures. Nope. Probably taking 3. I don't really care. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, no blocks. I'm at 15. Okay, nice combo by the opponent. I guess now I can pacify whatever he puts a counter on. Okay, the 3/3 looks pretty obnoxious here. So let's say I pacifism and then I plays Inspiring Captain. Still don't think that's lethal. Yeah, let's just run out the Boreal Elemental. I could save Pacifism for something else. I think I have enough blockers to hold the opponent off that I don't really need to cast Pacifism here. I can save it for next turn. I don't think I'm going to lose or anything. Opponent actually just 2-for-1'd himself. He activated he acted treason and used his own shock. So he just 2-for-1. But I mean, I guess he gains a counter. But I mean, he traded 1 card for 2 and just for an extra counter. So that's kind of questionable. Yep. Was there any reason to sign in Disenchant? Not really. I could have taken out the Mask, but I don't think that was a big deal. I think having the Mo Piranhas was pretty crux in that matchup. So 3 wins. Let's hit 7. Alright, 2-drop and a Flyer at 3. Perfect. Opponent's playing black. Could have Disfigure. Alright, so what do we want to play next turn? I'm thinking Ancestral Blade to push in a little bit more damage. Yep. Maybe I play the Sprite, we'll see. So we're going to play the blue land here. He got Disfigure. In that case, the Sprite doesn't look too good. Sprite is a little bit of evasive damage, so maybe I just go for it. Yeah, let's go for it. We're not wimps here. He could just be saving the Disfigure for something else, but I'm pretty fine if he disfigures my Sprite. This can push in a little bit of damage. I can also pump it and play a 2-drop next turn. Okay, that's fine. Playing against the same grindy opponent. Well, now what? I guess I can attack. He blocks and I pump and I use up a whole turn. Or maybe it's best to just play the Ancestral Blade, equip, and attack. I think I like that more. The ground creature doesn't really do anything anyways, so I'm fine racing the opponent from here. Be pretty. I don't mind if he casts Agonizing Siphon here. Not a big deal. Maybe next turn I'll play Cloud Concealer, try to hit a land drop. Okay, well, Sanitarium Skeleton, and I don't care about that. Guess the opponent's not blocking. Now what? What if I play Cloud Concealer? I guess I can play Warden to try to set up for a turn 2 Cloud Concealer plus Daybreak Chaplain. Yep, I think that's fine. Or I can just play the Cloudkin Seer to draw a card. Hopefully not miss a land drop. I can see that being totally serviceable too. But I think the Warden makes more sense here. Like, I could top deck a land anyways next turn, but I'm hoping to top deck a land with the Cloudkin next turn. So, yep. Having some nice evasive flyers is really decent. Rabbit Bite, sure. Kind of missed out on our value, I guess. But he should be attacking this Sanitarium Skeleton as well. This has a nice attack in. But I guess I can attack back for 3 anyways, so... Okay, I guess he thinks I'm willing to race. So yeah, let's just play Cloudkin here. I mean, I can just play maybe the Loyal Pegasus and then Daybreak, but I want to hit my land drops. I guess we're not hitting our land drops, so this is going to be a game where we're just going to curve out 4 lands and just try to beat the opponent. Audacious Thief. I have Steadfast Sentry that can block it pretty nicely. I think I might offer to trade. So let's see what happens. So I play land and I play Inspiring Captain. What happens? He can still trade into this 2/1. I put a 3/3 body at least. But I think I'd rather play a 1-drop and a 3-drop at the end of the day. I can't play... or I can just play a 3-drop. Nah, I want to develop the Pegasus a bit. Get some nice evasive attackers onto the ground. And I think I'll play the Sentry just so I can give one of my creatures a counter. I think I might just give the Sprite a counter. It could be bad against Murder, but even if I give a Sprite and Loyal Pegasus, then he kills the Metropolis Sprite. Or I can just try to spread the wealth. Maybe it can be fine just putting a counter on the Loyal Pegasus. Because the 1/1 can still attack, the ground can still attack. I do get more pump bonuses. Okay. Opponent just ends his turn. He could have Murder up. Let's play land. Now what? I could just play Inspiring Captain here. Or Squad Captain here can be fine. So what does Inspiring Captain do? I can Inspiring Captain. Maybe he can go for double block. Yeah, I think I like the Captain here. He could have a Murder, but I'm willing to risk it. And I have some really good attacks if I do this. Yep, let's pump the Sprite once and barge in. Now you could have Murder, sure. Sure, I'll take that. I still get attacking for a lot. Opponent does not have a good double block. This is a lot of damage that the opponent is taking. It's probably double blocking. Yep, I'm happy with that. Definitely taking out the Audacious Thief over everything else. Let's put a counter onto the Loyal Pegasus to put another annoying aggressive flyer in the air. Cavalier is pretty stupid, not gonna lie. It's probably gonna block everything that I play. Is it worth attacking regardless? Maybe not. I think I can set something up here. Maybe just play Chaplain. Squad Captain can be fine too. I guess, like, if I attack with everything and I put Inspiring Captain, what happens? He blocks my flyer, and he takes 5 down to 3. Squad Captain can become a 6/6. Okay, let's try it out. I think Squad Captain at the end of the day is pretty nice. Okay, let's do that. Opponent probably needs another chump blocker next turn to deal with the Squad Captain. Hopefully he doesn't have another removal spell. I could have Squad Captain the turn before, but I think that was too good. The Inspiring Captain attack was too good to pass up. Okay, he's probably going to just play this out as a chump blocker, which I think I'm fine with. You could have Bone Splinters now. Yeah, okay, sure. So how are we going to get through this Cavalier? We need pacifism. Okay, pacifism is excellent. Just what we hope for. Yep. Nice top deck. Inspiring Captain just wins the game here. Yep. Good game. Well, that was a clutch top deck. Yep. Getting your removal on time. Right when you need it. Platinum tier 1. Hopefully get the diamond rank soon. Alright, 3 more wins and we can get to 7. Let's go. Alright, 2 drop and the 3 drop. No flyers, but we can top deck them and we're on the draw. I think I'm keeping. Alright, Evolving Wilds is nice to fetch out our island. We're gonna pass it go. Get an island. Now the white might indicate raise the alarm, but I still think he's going to attack into it regardless. So yeah, let's play land, and next turn when he attacks, and instead we raise the alarm. Is there any reason why we want to trade the token off for the Mortal Inquisitor? First strike can be kind of annoying, especially in the face of a 3-2, but yeah, I think I'm going to let this happen. Alright, Foot Soldier is annoying, but we're going to raise the alarm here. I might keep the creatures onto the battlefield and take some damage for now, simply because I want a powerful squad captain on turn 5. So I might risk just taking the attacks here. Take 4. Maybe take 4 next turn. Anvil Raptor is a nice first striker. So he's just attacking with a 2-2. Probably not, because he has first strike to activate. I can use up his whole turn and make him cast first strike, but I'd rather not. Okay, Warlord is pretty dumb. Let's see. Play land, Raptor say go. Next turn we can make a pretty big squad captain to stabilize. Could have an enchantment. It was possible that I could have just quadruple blocked the Moreland, but he could have killed off the 2/1/1s. So now what? I think I'd take it here. I could quad block, but I think he's going to kill off everything. So yeah, I think I'd take 5. As much as I hate to take all this damage, I really don't want to lose anything right here. Foot Soldier. So next turn I get a 6/6 squad captain, which seems pretty nice. Ooh, there's also a blade here. I guess I can be a little bit more greedy, perhaps. I'm down. Well, Piranha, Ancestral Blade. Now, what do I attach the blade onto? The 3/3 can deal with the 2/2 nicely. I could just attack with a sentry and offer a double trade, which might be worth it. Yeah, let's go for it. He could have an Anthem effect. I could use a 1/1 to just chump block the Ironwood Warlord at the end of the day, so I think I can win this, hopefully. Okay, another foot soldier. Opponent seems to be stuck at 3. He could be using this to shuffle his deck. So now what happens when he attacks? Well, I have some really good blocks. Don't think the opponent should be attacking here. Alright, so now do I get the payoff for playing squad captain? Hopefully. So I think I'm going to just play this. Hopefully he doesn't have any removal. And yep, attacking for 2 in the air. An 8/8 squad captain seems kind of scary. Especially when he might be forced to trade it all off. If he has pacifism, that would suck, but I still have a good block on the Ironwood Warlord. And the 3/3 on the board. Alright, so now what? I guess we winged words first. Let's do that. Ooh, Empyrean Eagle. I like that. I think I'm going to cast that. It's possible that I could just cast a Sprite before that in case the opponent has removal next turn. Now what? I could give the blade to the captain and attack. But I think I'm fine just putting the blade onto the raptor, put a clock on the opponent. Yeah, let's play the eagle. We're not wussies here. And I think I'm attacking the squad captain. He can trade everything for it, but I would like that. I wouldn't mind that, simply because this Ironwood Warlord will lose odds power. Raise the alarm. Okay, he's probably going to use it to chump, perhaps. But I'm definitely killing the Ironwood Warlord if he does anything fishy. Yep. I like that. Definitely have to kill off the Warlord first. Yep. Happy with this trade. And now what? Perhaps put the counter onto the... Oh, no. Actually, that's Steadfast Sentry, the counter. Alright, at least I trade off for it, and he doesn't have a big stompy creature. He could just go wide here, but I think I have enough blockers to deal with this. And I can win next turn by just casting Inspired Captain. This becomes 5 damage, this becomes 3, so that's 8. I think he's kind of calculating whether or not Inspired Captain can win him the game from here on out. The problem with Battalion Foot Soldier again is that it falls. Okay, sure. I guess I take it here. He doesn't gain any life, but that's okay. I guess I like the blade this turn on... Actually, I could just play 2-drop into 2-drop and equip blade. Save up the Inspired Captain for next turn. Otherwise, I'm just gonna attack him for 3, and I don't think that's a whole lot. Yep, let's do that. Fencing Ace looks nice. And now what? Maybe I attach a blade onto the Fencing Ace. Yep. That's a fine first striker that can trade off. Next turn, Inspired Captain means that he can be dead, but he's dead on board regardless, unless he can take care of both of these flyers. So yeah, the Battalion Foot Soldier thing isn't that great sometimes. Especially against opponents with like a Mo Piranha out, you're unable to make any good attacks. Sure, you can cycle through your whole deck and thin it out a bit, but the payoff for these 2/2s really doesn't really win you the game for the most part. They don't even have evasion; they're just 2/2s. They get blocked pretty easily. So, okay. I guess I can just play an Enchanter now. What does the opponent have as a combat trick? Hopefully nothing that I'm too scared of. I think I'm just going to end up pumping the Sprite for the most part and just tap like this. Maybe I just put the Blade onto the 2-3. Maybe. Just to deal a little bit extra damage. Is it a big deal? Probably not. Yeah, let's just... I don't even know what instant speed that he had with green-white, to be honest. He probably had another Raise the Alarm, but hopefully I got there pretty easily with this deck. Distance Chance still did nothing in that matchup in the last two, so happy with this Azorius Fliers Moat Piranhas deck. Loyal Pegasus, Sprite, and then hopefully I get my third land draw for Cloudkin. Yeah, I think I'm in. Opponent's on the play. And I have Loxodon on 6 if I get there, so seems pretty nice. I could get mana land screwed, but I have a solid curve if I get a land every single turn. Embercat, I don't care too much about. Okay, a Sprite, and if I miss the land, I can cast another Sprite. He could use this to ramp out Lavakin Brawler next turn, which can be pretty annoying. Yep, as I expected. So now what? Can we race the opponent? Probably. I think I'm playing the Cloudkin Seer just to make sure I hit my land drops on time. Do I leave anything back to block? Well, the Cloudkin is going to be back behind the block in case of any shenanigans anyways. So I think I'm fine at just attacking with these three. If he attacks with the Embercat, what happens? I'll probably offer to trade. Or maybe I just take it. Next turn I can Inspiring Captain and punch in for a lot of damage. Okay, Chandra's pretty annoying, but luckily I have enough Flyers to take care of that. Let's think. He's probably going to -2 on the Cloudkin to push in a bunch of damage. Like, I can still trade off the 2-2. But I don't think I'm trading off anything, even though she's minusing. Let's think here. Otherwise, I won't be able to kill Chandra next turn. So yeah, I think I'm just going to take it for now. Take 6. It's a lot of damage, but I think it's worth it. Now what? I think I'm playing Inspiring Captain and attacking for all, or else, other than that, I could just play Evolving Wilds. I could play Evolving Wilds, sacrifice it, and leave up an attack with both. I mean, I do miss out on 2 damage here. So I can probably hit my turn 5 Boreal Elemental hopefully, and probably get to Life Loxodon. Yeah, I think I'm gonna risk it here. Play Sprite. Attack with both. Say go. I might trade the Sprite off for the Ember Cat if he decides to attack with both. But for now, I'm just taking 4. Chandra needs to die. Yep.
I'm not comfortable sticking around. Sorry.
Season is fine. If he's attacking the Ember Cat, I am definitely going to trade off for it. But if he's attacking the Lavakin, I think that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna just take 4 here. Probably not chump blocking. I'm gonna be down to 10, but I think I can get there on time. Given that I've locked on Life Enchanter, I can gain a bunch of life. Hopefully he doesn't have any blowout spells like Uncaged Fury, which can be pretty bad for me. So, yep, let's get the White Plains out. Ooh, Squad Captain? That looks pretty decent. Yeah, let's play it out. Is it possible that he could have removal and I should keep a flyer behind? So let's say he uses up his whole turn next turn to kill off my squad captain. Do I leave something behind to chump? He still doesn't have lethal, so yeah, I think I'm fine attacking with all here. Squad captain is definitely going to block the Lavakin Brawler. He could have Growth Cycle, but I'm willing to take the risk and do the trade and trade for it just to keep myself alive. Okay, so this is pretty scary, but I'm definitely going to trade for the Lavakin now that he has all 3 cards onto the battlefield. I might just cast Life Enchanter right away next turn, because this is a lot of damage that I'm taking if he attacks with everything. So yeah, so I definitely have to trade for the Lavakin Brawler, no doubt. Do I have lethal if I do a block here? No, he's just going to kill me, so this needs to be a trade for sure. Now, next turn, if I don't top deck a land, do I... Okay, I have Aerial Assault, which seems pretty good. I think I'm just going to cast it here. Gain a little bit of life. It's possible that I should cast a Boreal Elemental, but I just want to stabilize a bit. And now what? I guess I can attack with just a Cloudkin. Leave behind the 1/2s that's blockers. Can be relevant. Don't think I really need to race at this point. Opponent does have a pretty strong red-green deck. He's giving his creature flying, but luckily I can block it with my flyers. He could also just give it flying when I attack on my turn. But right now I think Boreal Elemental's fine. I don't think I'm attacking with anything. Just say go. Leafkin Druid, okay. So is it lethal if I'm Inspiring Captain next turn? I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I do have 11 power going, so he needs to have a chump blocker. So he needs to chump block something. So yeah, let's just do it here. Inspiring Captain is scary for the opponent. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, I don't have to attack with everything, but this is lethal. You could put a 1/1 behind the block. Maybe it's fine keeping a sprite back. Let's say attack with it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can leave the opponent at 10. He chump blocks one of them. Yeah, let's just attack him like this. Put 2 blockers on the ground in case he has some way to cheese me out. Alright. Apply blocking the 4/5. It's fine, I still gain 6 points of damage. Next turn it should be lethal. Okay, gift to gain some life, and he can cast a Zephyr Charge twice and give 2 creatures flying, but I don't think that really matters. It does block the Cloudkin Seer pretty well, to be honest. There's a Warden, but I think I'm just going to draw 2 here. I think that makes a little bit more sense. Alright, let's play out land, and now what? Then I'm keeping the Cloud Conceer behind. Let's just say attack with all my air creatures. What happens? He can give 2 of them flying. Do I die to any haste? Block stab, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I still don't have lethal, so I think a trade like this is pretty nice. An attack like this. Yeah, he could double block one of them, but I still get a trade. Pretty decent trade. And this is a weird card to splash for, to be honest. I don't really think it's worth splashing. Oh, he can give that flying. I forgot about that. Kind of. But only 1 creature flying, so he's probably going to block that and take 5. Yeah, fine with that. I should have enough blockers to deal with whatever he plays anyways. And I think I like the Warden here as another flyer. Should have enough blockers to win the game from here. Yep. Even with Chandra, the Mama Chandra, 2 of these flyers would survive since they're elementals. Alright, so 1 more win and we're going to hit our 7. So I'm definitely going to save this onto the drive. Let's save this to the drive. This is the picture. And then we'll print screen and save this. Hit done. Alright. Let's get our 7 wins, guys. Final boss. Let's go. Alright, final boss, guys. Let's get to 7 wins. 2 drop and a 3 drop. Seems nice. Definitely keeping. I don't think this entire game we mulliganed our hand once. So these are the type of decks that we're looking to play in Limited for the most part. Lots of 2 drops. Curves out pretty easily. Always getting our lands on time. So this deck definitely accomplishes all those goals. Do I play... I think I'm going to hide an island for now. And then play it out next turn. He still doesn't know my second color. I don't think it matters too much, but sometimes it can hide good info. I don't really care about that. I'm fine trading that off, to be honest. Let's see, let's play Island and Warden. I don't think I'm attacking. I think I'm just going to keep my Fencing Ace behind, just to trade off for the Blood Burglar, because he's going to gain his life anyways, even if I deal 2 damage and he decides to attack. Okay, opponent with the Sage's Roll Plan. Don't think that's a good idea. He can gain a little bit of life, but I think I'm blocking this pretty easily just to... this is good with Blade, but I don't know if I'm going to draw that anytime soon. I'd rather just get rid of Life Linker out of the way and start punching the air. Opponent's looking to win maybe through milling. Don't know if that's a good strat, but if he can pull it off, then I'll be really impressed. You'll probably need like 3 of these to get the engine going, but for now I am kind of flooding, so... maybe this helps me, maybe this ends up milling my lands instead, and I can top deck some playables. Okay, that's not a card I want to mill, but hopefully that wasn't the worst. Do I want to cast Pacifism anytime soon? Probably not. Now they have a block on the ground, don't think it really matters. Let's play out the island. Let's keep a land on hand just to play around Fenlurker. But for now, I think this is how we want to play it out. Alright, so we have a block on the ground now. I mean, he can still punch him for 2, but at least I'm getting 1 lifelink per turn. Opponent does look like he's trying to mill us out as a game plan. Okay, Boreal. Luckily, I saved the Pacifism, and I wasn't greedy enough to use it on his ground creatures. Now I can Pacifism the... okay, I am happy that he milled a land and useless Moat Piranhas. The only card he's milled so far is Boreal Elemental. That's pretty good, but him milling lands away is nice for me as well. Again, milling is random. Okay, pass. I think I'm blocking here. Doesn't matter which one. I gain a little bit of life. And yep, it's an easy pacifism here. I can't imagine anything else. Auto pay. I think I want to develop my other flyer, so I'm just going to play this out, attack for 3 and say go. Maybe keep the 1-3 behind. Don't really think I need to attack with it. I mean, it's an extra point of damage, which might matters. And I think I might outrace him, so I think I'm fine attacking with Daybreak Chaplain. It would suck if he plays another Boreal Elemental. He probably has Bone Splinters. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I lose a little bit of value to Pacifism, but I think I'm still going to win this match regardless. If I attack with the Daybreak Chaplain or not, simply because I can pump the sprites and I'm gaining lifelink. So yeah, pretty happy with this. Let's pump. Yep, keep the land in hand to represent a spell. Miscreant is pretty annoying, but I think I can attack past him. Alright, the Blade was a good mill from the opponent. Okay, Murder, okay, sure. I guess I'm going to leave the 1-3 behind as a blocker now. I mean, I can still attack with it. But yeah, I think I'm going to attack with it, actually. I have a 2-turn clock on the opponent now. So, yep, let's attack through. I think I'm playing the island. Yep. Say go. Opponent should not be attacking. The extra lifelink and the 1 damage does matter. Guess he's gonna attack. Okay, he's still going for it. Alright, that's a strange... We're playing against a pretty strange opponent. Cloud Concealer is nice, draws me a card. Yeah, let's play it out, I guess. I might keep up 1 planes, but I could just play the planes and play whatever we draw. Spartan Captain is pretty powerful, so yeah, let's just play it out. Yep, there we go, 7 swings. Pretty sweet, guys. Yep, definitely a draft that I'm going to upload. Guess M20 is all about Flyers and aggro. Easy 7. And yep, have a nice day, guys.